Today I am finally going to be answering the question I get the most, which is, Chloe, how did I become sponsored by GFuel? Chloe, how did you get sponsored by GFuel? You don't even have 100k subs. Why is GFuel even sponsoring you? They should sponsor me instead. So today I'm going to try my best to help you guys understand how you can get sponsored by not only GFuel but any company that you really want to be sponsored by. But I am going to be using GFuel as the company to work around because I have a lot of experience with GFuel and I grinded for a very long time to get sponsored by GFuel. So get your notepads out, listen to my instructions, and you'll be sponsored by your favourite company, hopefully in no time. Welcome back everyone, thank you so much for tuning in to another one of my videos. I really appreciate you being here with me. So you guys know what we're going to talk about in this video. I'm hopefully going to try and tell you guys just how you can get sponsored by your favourite company. But again, I'm just going to use GFuel to talk about, but this could really work for any company that you want to be sponsored by. But I'm going to be talking about GFuel in this specific video. I think the biggest factor is people pick a company that is big and has a lot of clout and they're like, yep, I want to be sponsored by that company. Just because it's huge and there's other big creators partnered with it. You're not going to get sponsored by a company if you don't really have a passion for the company. The company will realise who really loves the company, who has passion for it, and who are the ones that just want it for the clout. I hate saying the word clout, it just sounds like a disgusting word. To be sponsored by any company, you really need to put your heart and soul into it. You need to have loved the company before you even thought about being a sponsor. When I first started drinking GFuel and started making GFuel videos, it was never in the intent of being sponsored. I didn't think I would ever get sponsored. I thought I was too small of a creator, but there is never too small of a career to be sponsored. If you have something in you that the company likes and they see that you're dedicated and passionate towards the company, they will pick you for a sponsorship. You can have 50 million subscribers but don't really care that much about the product. They're not going to pick you to sponsor you because you're not going to promote it with passion. You're not going to promote it with love. You're not going to show your viewers that you're dedicated to this product and want them to buy it too. It's just not going to come off that way. I always feel like with my viewers I need transparency, and I'm never going to push a product or a company that I don't truly believe in. It just doesn't come across like that. You and your audience need some trust. There needs to be trust there so you can make a good relationship to have your audience backing you on any company that you get sponsored with. They're going to trust and value your opinions on companies if they do trust you, if you have a good relationship with them. If you keep getting sponsored by loads of companies and you keep pushing stuff down their throat saying buy this, buy this, buy this, they're going to think, do they really support all these companies or are they just trying to make money out of it? No matter how good the money seems, if a company is giving you money to promote their product or try sell it to your viewers, if it's not really a product or company that goes well with your brand, I would say no. You're not going to get any value out of it, neither is the company, if your viewers don't truly believe that it's something you 100% back. So to round up, you need to love the product already. Ask yourself, would you be promoting this product if there was no chance of you getting a sponsorship? If GFuel, for example, was never ever taking on new sponsorships, they only picked certain people, just say they only picked 10 people ever to be sponsored by GFuel, and they said, right, we're not taking any more sponsors ever, would you still love the product? Would you still promote the product? Would you still post pictures on your Instagram or Twitter of your mix that you've got, your GFuel can? Would you still post it if there's no chance in getting the sponsorship? If your answer is no, sponsorship isn't really for you because you're just doing it for the sponsorship. But if your answer is yes, then that's a good start. To go back in time to where I first started posting videos about GFuel, it was never on the intent to get sponsored. I was just genuinely curious to see if GFuel worked. For starters, I think that was my first video. Does GFuel work? And then when I started trying flavours of GFuel, I thought I should just film this and do little review videos because I like to make review videos. So I started doing that, and the more I done, the more I loved it, the more videos I wanted to keep making. But again, like I said, I never thought I'm making these videos to be sponsored by GFuel, but that isn't necessarily a bad thing. If you genuinely do love GFuel, you do need to show them that you are a dedicated customer and do genuinely love their products. So there's nothing wrong with posting videos in the intent of being sponsored. That's completely fine. They will see that grind. They will see the hard work. You can't just post a tweet saying, I want to be sponsored by GFuel, and that's it. That's all you do. You need to work hard for it. I have worked very hard for my sponsorship. You do need to put in the work and the dedication, and I'm not saying you need to be posting flavor test reviews, unboxing, mix videos every single day. You just need to work for it. Let's say you're a streamer and want to be sponsored by GFuel. I would display some GFuel, you don't have to have as much as mine, but I would display some GFuel in the background of your videos, and if anybody asks like, oh, what's that? You tell them it's GFuel. Not always are GFuel going to be, or GFuel's sponsorship manager is going to be watching your streams. If one of these people that sees GFuel from your stream and then ends up buying it, regardless if you've got a code or not, and they tweet, hey, just try GFuel for the first time, thanks to Chloe Donald for getting me onto this, GFuel's going to think, wow, they do have some dedicated viewers. Of course, it does help to tweet and post Instagrams of GFuel, you drinking GFuel, mixes that you've made, stuff like that to engage your audience. You need to get an audience behind you. When I first started making GFuel videos, it was totally different from all the content that I've made before, so I didn't know how my viewers were going to react. I didn't think they minded, but when GFuel kind of took over my platform, because it was a big interest that I had that just kind of took over my life, my viewers started to notice that it was something I was into, and they either loved that or hated it. Now, nobody can force viewers what to watch and what to like, so please bear in mind that you may lose viewers, but you also may gain viewers. I lost a lot of subscribers because all I posted was GFuel content for a while. I kind of do still post all GFuel content, and that used to hurt me. It used to affect me, and I thought, well, maybe I should just stop posting GFuel videos. But then I had a second thought thinking, if I stop posting GFuel videos, I'll never get to where I want to be, which is sponsored by GFuel eventually. And I also don't ever want views or subscribers to affect my content. I'm going to create content on things I want to create content about, and I'm very passionate about GFuel. Regardless if I was sponsored or not, I would still be making these videos because I enjoy making these videos. If you want some motivation, if I had stopped making those videos because I was losing subscribers, people were hating on the videos saying, what, this channel's just turned into a GFuel channel, what are you doing with your life? If I had stopped, I would have never got sponsored, because GFuel would have thought, she just gave up. She obviously isn't 100% truly dedicated to GFuel. She obviously isn't passionate about this brand, that a couple of comments will make her stop promoting this product. If I gave up, I would never have got sponsored by GFuel, and I would never have got a code, and I would never have a shaker coming out with my branding on it. I'm getting my own shaker, and if I'd stopped, I never would have got that. So if that's not motivation for you to keep pushing for the sponsors you want and the things you want to do, I don't know what is. I want to go back to, I had a little bit of help, a little bit of a push getting sponsored with GFuel, and that's just because I have connections. It did help that I had a bit of an audience and a bit of a following before getting sponsored. I'm not going to lie, I know companies say it doesn't matter how big or small you are by getting sponsored. You do need to have some sort of community and audience and fan base that support you. Whether that's 5 people or 5,000 people, at least you need to have a couple of people. So if you don't have anybody watching your streams or your videos, you need to communicate. You need to connect, you need to collab, you need to network. Find people that are interested in the same things as you. Find people that are on the same level as you with followers, subscribers or viewers on Twitch. Find people that are maybe grinding for that GFuel sponsorship as well, and network with them. Connect with them, follow them, ask them to DM you. Connect together, collab, and you can both build each other up at the same time. That is my biggest tip for people just starting YouTube. Connect, collab, network. Those are very key because you're both helping each other. It's 2 people's work rather than 1 person's work. It's going to build faster and it's going to grow together and make a strong fan base. And you're also going to make a friend out of it and somebody that can vouch for you. Because I said before I had a little bit of a help with getting sponsored by GFuel is because I had an audience behind me. So a lot of people could vouch for me when I was tweeting pictures of GFuel. People were replying to my pictures with GFuel saying, you need to sponsor Chloe. Chloe should have a code on GFuel. I would 100% use code Chloe on GFuel. You need friends or viewers to back you up. I don't think you necessarily need it, because if GFuel sees something in you or any other company sees something in you, I think they're going to give you that sponsorship. But of course it is great to have vouchers and people behind your back supporting you along the way. GFuel is obviously going to want to know and make sure that people are going to use your code and shop on GFuel because you've asked them to, you've told them to. You're promoting GFuel, so they are going to want something out of it as well. Obviously they don't want to just sponsor you and nobody related to you buys their products. You need to do something in return for them. So yeah, you got to make sure that your audience is going to support you as well. Now, a lot of people think tagging GFuel partnership managers and sponsor managers and Cliff in all their tweets and Instagram tags is a good idea. It's not. Imagine your phone blowing up every single day of people wanting to be sponsored by GFuel. It's not the way to go with countless number of tags. Don't get me wrong, it is good to get your name out there, but just tone it down a little bit. I can assure you that the partnership managers at GFuel are always looking for new sponsors, so they're always going to be going down through the GFuel tag on Twitter or Instagram, or searching up review videos on YouTube, or going onto Twitch and seeing people that are grinding for the GFuel sponsorship. So that doesn't mean you need to go out and spam and harass the partnership managers, but it's good to know who they are and have a connection with them. It's good to find them on Twitter, follow them on Twitter, keep up to date with their stuff, maybe reply to their normal tweets. They are human. Be friends with them. Be a friend before a fan. Build a relationship first. That is key. But to sum up, I think the biggest factor to take out this video is you need to love the brand. Don't just pick GFuel and you want sponsored by GFuel because they're big and they have PewDiePie and KSI and Roman Atwood. No, you need to love the product, and if you don't truly love the product, you're never going to get the sponsorship with them. I hope this video helped some people out in some way. I get a lot of messages about this, and I feel it's kind of self-explanatory, but if you've never had experience with sponsorships, then I guess it could be all new to you. So I think making a video like this should be helpful if you guys are grinding for a partnership, sponsorship, or a GFuel code. Speaking of GFuel code, if you're shopping on GFuel.com, if you want to fuel up, restock, or try GFuel for the very first time, use code clout on GFuel. It would really help me out and I would really appreciate it, especially if you took something good from this video. I hope you get where you want to be. I hope your dreams come true. I hope you get that sponsorship you're grinding for. I'll see you in the next one.